we now know exactly why Tom Cruise never played Iron Man, especially in those early days when he was rumored to get the role. This would be right around the same time that Nicolas Cage was up for the role of Ghost Rider, just so you have a time frame before we get to the actual topic. So this news came at us from the book The MCU, The Reign of Marvel Studios, where they talk about all those old rumors in regards to Tom Cruise playing Iron Man. And the story is a lot deeper than most of us actually thought. So what we learn here is that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, when it came to the MCU, found the actor's asking price to be way too much for what the studio could afford. Now, of course, if you guys go back to when Marvel Studios got the funding for the first handful of projects ending with the Avengers, they got just north of $500 million to make the first Iron Man, the second Iron Man, Thor, and the first Captain America and Avengers. They were literally on a shoestring budget for all those films. So having Tom Cruise play the main character in the first Iron Man would have been way too expensive, as it's estimated his asking price would have been about $15 million. There was no way Marvel Studios was going to spend that much on one actor, especially on something that they didn't know if it would even succeed. But they also reveal that 10 years prior to that, when the Iron Man rights were at 20th Century Fox, Tom Cruise, at the time when he was 34, was playing with the idea of playing the character. But again, it was the same deal. It was just too much. The character was relatively unknown. I mean, Iron Man kept bouncing from studio to studio, so nobody was willing to take that type of risk, not even Fox back in the day, despite, what success they were finding with other things. Now, this also would have been slightly ahead of when the X-Men took off. So this would have been right around that period where they were still greenlighting things after they greenlit Blade, and then Spider-Man and X-Men sort of formed a new wave. So you can tell that there was discussions about Tom Cruise playing Iron Man for a decent amount of time before they got Robert Downey Jr. And certainly things would have been different had Fox produced a Iron Man film, but also had Marvel cast him as Iron Man when they got the rights. I mean, just imagine how much running Tony would be doing without a suit when he's fighting Ironmonger. I mean, my God.